Hi friends, welcome to Abhiyanvi tutorials. Today we'll see how to solve the Amazon interview test paper. So in Amazon interviews they are given a test paper and asked to solve. This is 6 questions and 60 minutes. There are 7 tables given. So queries are on these 7 tables. We have to solve 6 questions in 60 minutes in 1 hour time. So these are the queries given, and these queries are on these 7 tables. Okay, so let us see how to solve these 6 queries given on these 7 tables. Okay, so let's go to the first query. Write a query to return all customers that are violating primary key constraint in customer dimension table, those customers that are present more than once in the customer dimension. So if you see the table, customer dimension table, this is a customer dimension table. So if they are present more than once, we have to find those customers. Like customer ID is C123 is present thrice, then query should return C123 as 3 as output. Okay, so how to solve that? Select the customer ID and count star as the occurrence. So he is asking to give output in 2 columns, customer ID and occurrence. So select customer ID and count star as occurrence from dimension customer, group by customer ID, and having occurrence greater than 1. Once we have done with group by, then we will get the counts like this. Then again apply filter on group by with having criteria. So once you apply the having criteria, you will get the customers more than 1. That means who are violating the primary key constraint. Primary key means what? Only one occurrence should be there. If it is more than one occurrence, then primary key constraint is failed. Okay, so here we have to get first group by customer ID. Once you get the group by like this, then apply having by, having occurrence greater than 1. So that will return the all customer IDs who are occurred more than once. Got it? So let's go to the second question. Write a query to get employee who is responsible for more maximum number of customers. So these 2 tables we have to use. What tables? One is employee territory and customer territory. Okay, employee who is having responsible for maximum number of customers. Okay, this is employee territory, and the second one is customer territory. This is the customer territory, and this is the employee territory. Excuse me. So these 2 tables we have to match. Okay, right? So then we have to take who is having more maximum number of customers. So first take this table, employee territory and customer territory, both you merge using join here. Okay, using the territory ID, that is the common in the both tables. If you see the territory ID, yeah, this is the territory ID here and this is the territory ID here. So this is a common column. On this common column we are merging the table, right? These 2 tables we are merging with the territory ID, then group by employee ID and ordered by count customer ID descending. Then we will get all descending with the customer's ID. Okay, group by employee ID, right? So we will get all orders, okay, in the order of employee ID and order of count customer's ID in descending order. So if you take limit 1, you will get the first employee who is having the more customers, right? So first we have to merge 2 tables. Okay, then use the group by. Okay, then order by count customer ID in descending order. Okay, then you will get all orders with the descending orders with employee ID. Then limit 1, that means it will give the highest customers who is having the employee. with highest customers. So that will return the that will answer your query. Get the employee who is responsible for maximum number of customers. Okay. Next one. Write a query to get list of products that have not have any sales. Okay. So products we have to merge with the sales table. Then we have to use the left join so that we will get the null values in the sales, for which null values in the sales, the products which are having the null values. Okay. So select product. Okay. Select this table, tim product, and join left join we have to use. Okay. Left join customer sales. Okay. Using the product ID, which is the common in the both tables, and where order ID is null, that means there are no sales in the customer sales. Okay. If you see the customer sales table, there is a order ID, right? There is a order ID. If there are no order IDs, then it will get null, right? So that we are returning here, where order ID is null. Okay. So first we have to take the product table, then join with the customer sales table using the product SKU ID, which is the common column between those two tables. Then take null values in the resulted table where order ID is null. Okay, it will return all products which are having the order ID is null, means which are having no sales. That's what he asked. Write a query to get list of products that have not had any sales. Okay, so it will return the answer. It will return all products ID which are having any sales. Let's go to the fourth one. This is a bit complicated, tricky. So write a query to get list of managers whose salary is less than twice the average salary of employees reporting to them. Okay, listen carefully this query. Write a query to get a list of managers whose salary is less than twice the average salary of the employees reporting to them. Right? So we have to use the two tables. One is employee table and one is employee hierarchy. So if you see those two tables, if you see employee table, we have employee ID, employee territory ID, and product subcategory. Okay. This is employee territory ID, and employee hierarchy. If you see, employee and managers are there here. One is employee ID, another one is manager ID. So using these two tables, we have to get the manager salaries which are less than twice the average of employee salaries. So how you do that? So it's a big tricky one. So I have taken this exercise in MySQL. So here if you see, I have taken two tables. One is employee table, who are having these salaries like this, 10 employees and their salaries. And second table is hierarchy table. I called it as a manager. Here in the Amazon question paper, table names are different, but for example, I have taken a simple table names to explain you. So this is a manager table, which are having 10 employees, and manager ID is 10 for up to 4, and from 5 to 8 manager ID is 9. So 9 and 10 are, they are not reporting to any managers. That means 9 and 10 are managers here. Okay. So these two tables I have taken. So I used merge. I measured two tables using the join. Okay. So I got this table. Now the question query we have to understand. So query is the employees. These are the employees reporting to manager 10. So we have to find the average of this salary. Okay. And these employees are reporting to manager 9. So we have to get the average of this salary and find the manager salary if it is less than the twice the average salary of reportees. That is the query. We have to find the manager salary which is less than twice the salary of reporting employees. These are reporting employees for 10. These are reporting employees salaries for 9. So we have to get the average of reporting salaries employees and write a query to if manager's salary is less than the twice the average of his reportees. Okay, so how to do that? So here I have written a query. Let me bring the query here. This is less, not greater than. Okay, so this is the query I have written. Select manager ID, and if you see, the query is asking the columns for manager ID. Output format should be manager ID and manager salary and average salaries of reporting employees. These three columns should be there in the output. Okay, so we have to write like this. Select manager ID and select salary from the employees table, where manager ID is equal to employee ID as manager salary. So this is the sub query I have written to fetch the manager's salary in a separate column. Okay, and average salary is the average salary. Average salary I am taking as a average salary, and I am grouping by manager ID. I am merging employee ID and manager, employee table and manager table, and I am taking the result group by manager ID. So when I am grouped by manager ID, then I'll get the average salaries of his reportees. So you have to clearly understand this point. When I do the group by manager ID, I will get the average salary of his reportees as average salary. And finally, I am applying the having clause on group by. I will get the result till now here. Then I have to apply having on the result to know whether manager's salary is less than twice the average of employees is reportees salaries. So let us run this query. So only one employee is there, only one manager is there who is having his salary, that is 5500, less than twice the average salary. Okay, so if you see twice this one, it will be around 7200. So 5500 is less than 7200. So it is returned one record as a result. Manager 9 is having his salary less than twice the average salary of his reportees. Okay, so that is the query. Hope you understand this. So this is the query. It will return the manager's salary, which is less than twice the average salary of employees reporting to him. Okay, so this is the fourth query. Let's go to the fifth query. Write a query to return territory and corresponding sales growth. Compare growth between periods Q4 and Q3. Okay, so he is asking to find the sales in Q3 and Q4 and find the growth percentage. Okay, how you get the growth? Like this: Q4 sales minus Q3 sales by Q3 sales into 100. So this is the growth. Okay, so for example, $100 in Q3 and $110 in Q4. Then how we'll get the growth percentage? 10%. That is Q4 sales minus Q3 sales divided by Q3 sales into 100. Then you will get the 10%. Okay, so we have to use these tables: customer sales tables and customer territory table. Okay, and output format should be territory and sales growth, only two columns. Okay, so we have to join two tables. One is the customer territory and second one is customer sales using the customer ID. If you see the tables here, customer territory is this table and customer sales is this table. These two we have to match to find out the growth. Okay, which is having the customer ID as a common column here. So using this column we match those two tables. Right, using customer ID. Then we will take the percentage of sales. So here we have to use the case when order is date is between these two dates, starting from July to end of September, that is quarter 3. So I am calculating them as a third quarter sales. Okay, case when order date between July 1st to end of the September, I am taking that as a third quarter sales. So I am taking the case when in the brackets and I am summing those sales. Okay, and I am taking it as a third quarter sales. Similarly for fourth quarter also I am taking the dates from October to December. Okay, and then I am taking as a fourth quarter sales. Then I am subtracting fourth quarter minus third quarter by 100 by third quarter sales as a sales growth. I am comparing the sales with respect to third quarter sales, how the growth is in the fourth quarter. So this is the formula for that. So sometimes it won't work if you use the aliasing. Yeah, I have put the aliasings, right? So sometimes it won't work. So we have to copy the entire formula here. This formula for third and this formula, entire formula for fourth. Then we'll get the sales growth. Okay. So that is the fifth query. Hope you understood the fifth query. It is simply arithmetic calculations on the columns. So first we have to take the individually third quarter sales and individually fourth quarter sales using the case when. Then once you got the results, then use the percentage formula to get the sales growth. Okay, so these are the two outputs. One is the territory ID and the sales growth. Second is the sales growth. Okay, that is the fifth query. The finally sixth query, write a query to find the market share at product band level for each territory for time period quarter 4. So quarter 4 is asking to calculate the market share at the product band level. So product brand is where it is in, let's see, product brand. So product brand is in this table, tin product. Okay, right. So we have to combine three tables here. One is the customer sales, and second is the customer territory. Okay, and third one is the product. So which gives the product band. We have to get the product band wise, right? The market share. So we have to use this table, and customer territory we have to use because he is asking product band for each territory. So customer territory we have to use, and we want the sales, right? Okay, time period quarter 4 we have to take. So for that we have to use the customer sales. Okay, so these three tables we have to match, and we have to get the market share. How you get the market share is giving, right? Sales of product divided by sales of all products in the market. So sales of product by all sales, how you get? So first we have to find the total sales. So we have to use the variable with ampersand set total sales as select sum of the order value from the customer sales. So I am getting the total sales value using this subquery. Using this subquery I got the total sales. Then I am merging the three tables here. I am merging the here customer territory with customer sales using the customer ID, and then with the result I am merging the product ID, product table using the product ID, and I am taking the quarter 4 sales only and group by product ID. So it will sort all data with respect to product brand. Okay, then I am taking this value for each group which is sorted by product band. I am taking the sum of the order value and total sales. Total sales is this one. This is the variable I calculated in the beginning of the query. That is the total sales. So I am dividing sum of the order value by total sales. then I'll get the market share. Okay, for Q4. Okay, so we have to merge three tables here, then take group by product ID. So it will order all that sales by product brand. Then we have to apply this formula, sum of order value divided by total sales as a market share. Then we will get the market share. Hope you understood this query. So these are the 6 questions given in the Amazon interview. So they are simple to solve but a little tricky. So with the practice you will understand all queries, how to solve the queries. So if you want training in SQL, contact Abhi Anvi tutorials @gmail.com, and phone number is 9963606363. So I'm happy to train you in the SQL, and I'm happy to prepare you guys for interviews. So it will be really useful for interviews, my training. I teach all basics to advanced in 15 days course, daily 1 hour. So if you're interested, drop a mail to abhianvitutorials@gmail, or contact me on my phone number 9963606363. Okay, thank you friends. Hope this is helpful to you. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel Abhi Anvi Tutorials. Thank you very much. See you. Bye.